It's exhausting, caring too much about what they said, about what didn't go right, about how it should have been. Every word, every glance, every silence feels like a signal to decode, and yet nothing changes. The world keeps spinning, people keep speaking, but something inside breaks, quietly. So what if, instead of fighting for control, you let it go? What if the strongest move was simply not reacting? What if not caring wasn't weakness but freedom? The Stoics knew this. They walked through storms, not to avoid the pain, but to feel it and still not be moved. This isn't detachment, it's power. Stay. There's something here for you. Something they can't take, something that doesn't shake. Listen, not to react, but to remember who you were before the world made you flinch. Control the inner. Let the outer burn. Things fall, plans, people, promises, and when they do, the mind wants to run. Fix it, control it, chase it. But not everything was made for your hands. Some fires are meant to burn without your permission. The Stoics didn't try to stop the storm. They stood in it and chose not to shiver, because control is not about gripping tighter. It's about knowing where the grip ends. The world outside is chaos. Wi-Fi cuts, phones die, people leave. But what happens in here is yours. The breath, the pause, the choice. Let the cat spill the tea, let the traffic scream. You are not the spilled cup. You are the stillness that pours again and again. Don't waste your fire on things that don't carry your name. Control the inner, let the outer burn. Sit inside the moment and stay. The mind runs faster than time, faster than truth. It chases tomorrow. It replays yesterday. It forgets now. But this moment, this breath, this silence is the only thing that's real. The Stoics knew. There's no peace in the future, only noise, only maybe. There's no power in the past, only memory. Only ghosts. But here, the wind touches your skin, the coffee warms your palm, the breath goes in and out, and nothing else exists. Stay here, not because it's easy, but because it's all you've got. Don't trade now for what if. Don't leave presence to chase control. Sit inside the moment and stay. Change is the only loyalty. Everything shifts. The job, the love, the body in the mirror, and yet we resist. We beg time to slow down. We mourn what used to be, but the Stoics never feared change. They watched the leaves fall, the empires collapse, the stars die in silence. Because they knew, change doesn't betray you, it reveals you. The more you hold on, the more you bleed. But when you let it move, you move too. The breakup wasn't punishment, it was proof that growth has a cost. The goodbye wasn't cruelty, it was clarity, that not everything is meant to stay. And that's okay, because only one thing stays loyal. Change. So let it cut, let it carve, let it reshape the version of you that's been waiting to be seen. Stand in the river, let it take what it must, then keep walking. Unchanged? No. Unafraid? Don't be seen, be still. Not everything needs to be posted. Not every win needs applause. The loudest ones often break first. The Stoics walked with power, but made no sound. Because presence doesn't need permission. In a world addicted to visibility, choose invisibility. Be the one who watches, who listens, who waits. Let them chase likes, let them beg to be heard. You, stay quiet, still doesn't mean small, it means untouchable. You are not your follower count, not your unread messages, not your name in someone else's mouth. You are who you are. When the room is empty, when the lights are off, when no one is clapping, that's your power, that's your center. You don't have to prove, you don't have to perform. Don't be seen, be still. Let loss strip you softly. Things leave, people, homes, moments you swore would stay forever, and it hurts. But pain isn't the enemy. Clinging is? The Stoics never denied grief, they just refused to drown in it. They let it pass like winter wind across bare trees. No resistance, no complaint, because what's meant to go will go. And what's meant to stay never really leaves. Loss is not punishment, it's passage. A turning of pages, a gentle burn of what no longer fits. The hoodie still smells like her. The street still holds the echo of someone who used to wait there. But you don't need to erase it, you just need to stop carrying it. Let the memory breathe. then let it dissolve. Let loss strip you, softly, until all that remains is what was always yours to keep. Pain is practice. Everyone breaks. The difference is who rebuilds and who waits for someone else to do it. The Stoics didn't curse the storm. They trained in it. Because pain isn't chaos, it's a curriculum. Every rejection, every silence, every door that slammed too soon wasn't random. It was a repetition, a set, another rep in the soul's gym. You want strength? Carry disappointment without dropping your character. Face the insult without flinching. Stay kind, even when the world spits. That's training. Don't ask why me? Ask, what is this building in me? You don't grow in peace. You grow when it hurts. The Stoics bled too. They just didn't post about it. Because pain was never meant to be a signal to stop. It was a whisper, keep going. This is practice. Crave nothing, hold nothing. The more you want, the more you lose. Not because the world is cruel, but because attachment is. The Stoics didn't hate wealth. They just refused to kneel for it. They saw gold and walked past it. Not because they didn't feel desire, but because they didn't obey it. Want less, need less, own less. Because nothing you grip stays. The car fades, the body wrinkles, the name gets forgotten, but peace stays. Not in more, but in less. Crave nothing, not their approval, not their love, not even the next version of yourself. Hold nothing, not the past, not the fear, not the mirror image of who you thought you'd be, because everything can be taken, except one thing, your stillness. And if that's all you have, that's enough. Stay cold in warm rooms. They'll smile, laugh loud, say all the right things. But something in you knows it's hollow. The warmth isn't real, just noise. Dressed as comfort, and you sit quiet, not because you don't belong, but because you see. The Stoics never chased rooms. They built solitude and carried it inside them. You don't have to match their volume. You don't have to fake the laugh. Stay cold, not unkind, just untouched. Let them toast to things you don't believe in. Let them fill the silence you've made peace with. You're not broken for being different. You're not empty for choosing quiet. They dance for attention. You sit for truth. Don't melt to fit. Stay cold and let the warmth reveal who's real and who only wanted you when you played along. Breathe, watch, don't react. Everything begs for a response. The ping, the insult, the silence. The world throws hooks just to see if you'll swing back. But you don't have to. The Stoics mastered the art of not answering. Not out of weakness, but because they knew. Reaction is currency, and they didn't spend it cheap. When you react, you give them space inside you. You let them move your hands, twist your breath, own your next word. That's too expensive, so pause. Breathe, even when the fire rises. Watch, even when the ego screams. Feel, even when it stings. But don't move. Not yet. Because most chaos isn't out there, it's in the gap between stimulus and response. And if you can stretch that space, if you can wait, you win. You choose action over impulse, principle over pride, purpose over panic. It doesn't mean you're numb, it means you're grounded. Let them lash out, let them misunderstand. Your silence isn't surrender, it's strength. Let them guess, let them push. Still, you wait. Still, you breathe. Not because you don't feel it, but because you've trained not to feed it. This is Stoicism, not suppression. Distance, not detachment. Discipline. You are allowed to tremble, allowed to feel, allowed to shake, but you stay centered, unmoved, because in the end, the most dangerous person in the room is the one who can feel everything and still choose nothing. The art of not caring. It's not about being cold, it's about not being dragged, not by anger, not by noise, not by the need to be liked. It's not about building walls, it's about building a center so strong that storms can pass right through and leave you standing. They'll call it indifference. Let them. They don't understand the cost of peace. They've never paid for it in silence. You have. You've carried the weight of caring too much, the burden of overthinking, the ache of what never came back. But now you walk lighter. Not because nothing matters, but because not everything should. You've learned to choose what to carry, what to drop, what to feel, and still move forward. This is the art of not caring. And it's not emptiness, it's freedom.